Welcome to Change Agents, a video series featuring stories of inspiration, leadership, and community building. Our guest today is Regina's own, BC's own, Rachel Mielke, founder, CEO of Hillberg Berk. Rachel, thank you for being our guest today.
It's my pleasure, David. Thanks for having me.
I think, we should have, in retrospect, maybe called this video theme Dream Chasers, because I love that language that you use on our website. But instead, today, we're going to talk about resiliency and adaptability. And, in our community, the Regina Food Bank, we believe in doing more than fighting hunger. We try to feed hope. And we're inspired by community leaders like yourself, Rachel, because you strive to not only build a robust company, but make a difference in the world, as you say, one sparkle at a time. You've expanded with retail outlets around the country and online, but here at home in Regina, your story feels personal. We feel connected to it. So, sometimes we look at you and we remember Dragon's Den and hear stories of your product adorning royalty. And I think maybe we don't always appreciate your road and the path, and that maybe you took the odd turn. And so we want to talk about that today, leadership traits of resiliency, adaptability, and maybe how those traits and those experiences have impacted you.
Well, I'll start by saying there has been more uncertainty through this journey of entrepreneurship than there is certainty. You learn to make decisions and move forward with a lot of opaqueness on the road as you build a business. And so there, as I was thinking about today, there were so many stories of times when you have a plan and you're moving forward and it doesn't pan out the way that you anticipate that it would, and you have to regroup. And I mean, obviously the most visceral of those stories would be COVID, and contemplation of our business, about a year ago of, what were we going to do in light of the fact that Hillberg Berk is mainly a brick and mortar business. And we were, on the heels of closing all of our brick and mortar stores for an indefinite period of time. So that was, I would say, probably the most, the most recent and the most visceral experiences that I've been through, of really trying to think through, okay, what do we need to do in a really short amount of time to change our strategy and ensure that our company survives through this uncertainty. And I mean, it's COVID is such a testament to the human spirit and the resiliency and strength of people. And at Hillberg Berk, I'm just so in awe of the team that we have and how they came together and rallied around doing things that we didn't think possible in such a short period of time, changing, the way that we work, implementing things that we thought would take, a year or two to implement in just several weeks through COVID. And as we came out of it, we realized, wow, it really is possible to do things in unexpected amounts of time if you really rally a team around it and believe in something that might feel otherwise impossible. So I just reflecting on that, I think there's so much potential in the human spirit if you have people rallied around a vision and a belief that something is possible, and have the end goal that it's about so much bigger than maybe just what you're working on today, that there's something, you're making a difference in the world by the work that you're doing. I think that I've adopted this mindset that has helped me navigate a lot of both professional and personal challenges over the years, and that things in life happen for you, not necessarily to you. And if you think about something that maybe seems insurmountable in the moment as happening for you, as a way to challenge your beliefs, challenge the way that you are working, challenge the way that you have set up your business, your life, and you really step back in a way that, you take it from a curiosity perspective of maybe what could I be doing differently? How could I reorganize my life, my business, given what's being presented in front of me now? And, that shift in perspective allows you to, I think, have the resiliency you need to not be overwhelmed in the moment by challenges and obstacles, and maybe think creatively in a way that you need to in those moments to make the changes that inevitably will get you beyond that moment in time. So I think dream chasers, there's a part of all of us that has the dream chaser in them. And at some point in your life, you rely on the community around you to chase, to get to that dream. You know, whether it's the community of your family, the neighborhood around you, the people that work with you. We have these different communities in our lives that rally around us at different points. And it's so important that even through the most challenging periods of time, we have dreams. We have big dreams for our lives, for our communities, for the people around us. That is what pushes us forward. That is what incites innovation. That is what brings us through challenging times. So, you know, whether it's the community that has surrounded Hillberg Berk and rallied, you know, to support us through COVID and to show up online and continue supporting us, or the community that the food bank supports, the vulnerable people who at that point in their time just they need that support. You know, we all have this need for community, this interaction, this support from one another. We are all interconnected. And, you know, we don't live in our own silos. And more than ever, as we're feeling disconnected right now, we need to be together in other ways and support one another so that, you know, through these challenges, whether it's the pandemic or other challenges that are, you know, nuances that we face specifically in Regina, that we utilize and lean on each other to come out stronger and to build a thriving, incredible community going forward for everyone.
Rachel, last week, Mayor Masters talked about moving forward together. I think this was a wonderful segue, the power of human connection. I think undoubtedly COVID, you know, threw a curveball at your company, but you adjusted your swing personally, professionally. I think now more than ever, we all need to be dream chasers and support each other's dreams. We're so grateful that you shared your story and some lessons of adaptability and resiliency. And until we can be together to say hello again, I think you're right. I think we're all looking for connection. Thanks for sharing our story. Thanks for being a change maker because you are, Rachel. And thanks for being our third guest.
Thank you.